One of the first ever EarthMC videos I made was me touring the biggest nations on EarthMC. So I looked around those nations and I checked them out and I looked at all of the cool builds that everyone was doing there. And that was well over a year ago. So I made a new version of it, an updated version in 2021, touring the biggest nations on EarthMC. So now we're here and I've toured all the biggest nations on EarthMC. But something I haven't done is toured all the biggest towns. Now you might be thinking, isn't that just going to be the same thing? The biggest nations and the biggest towns are going to end up being like the same thing? But surprisingly, no. I actually have some interesting nations in here, some of which I haven't toured before. Almost all of these are capital cities, but there's one that I'm going to tour that I haven't ever been to because it's not a capital city. So I'm actually super interested in this video. I think this is going to be a really fun one. So yeah, before we get into that though, just please subscribe to the channel. Please. Look, I know we're not going to get to 2,000 subscribers by my birthday, but I'm still really trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get there as soon as possible, and subs are really slow right now, so like the only thing I can really do is just say, hey, please subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. It's been my goal since I hit 1,000 subscribers basically, so if you could help me out getting to 2,000 subscribers, that would be very appreciated. Anyways, on with the video. Alright, so here we are in our first town. This is Perth, the capital of Western Australia. This is the biggest town on EarthMC right now. So recently they got rid of the 100 resident max that nations can have, which makes it super cool because now towns like Perth can have 257 residents. That's completely unheard of on EarthMC. That can get you on to endless #1 purely with one town, and that's exactly what Perth has done. So we spawn in at the end spawn. They've got this little shop area. Definitely pretty messy, but I don't blame them for that. For shopping, it happens a lot. Right on the coastline, this little marketplace, and obviously they have their actual city going on right outside the marketplace, so I don't blame them. We got the obvious Beautiful Among Us statue. Thank you, Monkey Ree. My hopes and dreams rest with you. So yeah, let's start by going down the coastline here. So they've got this European architecture type thing. It's not the most Australian I've ever seen, but it does look pretty good in this main area. They've definitely got like rows of like homes and shops. There's a river going through here, and right here this looks like it's definitely in progress, but I'll check this out because it looks like some sort of capitol building, so I'm pretty interested in it. Yeah, so it's definitely still being built. It doesn't look anywhere near being done. Maybe like a third of the way, maybe a quarter of the way there. So we'll give them some time. Maybe in a couple months we'll find a way to tour it again, and then we'll check that out. If we go over here, we've got some brick buildings. Okay, so this right here, I actually like a ton more. This actually looks super good. Something about this is definitely like the overhang that I haven't like experienced at all on EarthMC, but it looks so nice. So I love the brick buildings. Terracotta isn't bad, but I don't like the sandstone as much on top. But I'm definitely a fan of this brick stuff right here. This looks so good. They're definitely expanding it, which is super good. Keep building this brick stuff. Anyways, we keep this like row home type stuff with the overhang. Yes, we've got some more brick buildings. We've got this little barrier. So it definitely looks like an in-progress city. I'm trying to figure out where the like actual housing is. I'm checking the map and it really, it seems like there's no housing right now. So I don't know how they recruited 257 people, but I'm not gonna question it. So yeah, obviously, as I said, you can see that all of this is like kind of being planned out. It's pretty easy to see that this isn't done yet. So I will definitely give them some time to figure this out. Okay, this is some housing right here. We got some brick, and then we've got, I love brick. This looks so good. Now this is some Australian architecture. Nice looking Australian build. So this is gonna be the residential area. So they just started working on it. I could see this probably being a one-man project, so I do feel really bad. I can see on the map most of this isn't even updated, so they're building a lot. Either that or the map isn't updated. I wonder which. But yeah, there's been a lot of progress here, so I'm excited to see how the future looks for Perth. For now, we're going to move on to the #2 town, though. Okay, so here we are at our second town. This is the capital of Italia, that being Rome. Most people should know where Rome is, but it has a super unique style, and this looks insane. Like, this looks so good. So it has 214 residents right now, so that's the only other town with 200 residents. It's just Perth and Rome, so let's look around here. So obviously, they're going for that more, like, imperial Rome style, the Roman Empire way back. This looks so nice. I feel like this is relatively new, so I'm doubting they're gonna have like tons of stuff to look at, but I absolutely like this. This is one of the best like builds I've ever seen on EarthMC. This looks so good. It's unique and it looks amazing. It's so well built. They had a good idea for how to build it and they did it very well, and it's turned out perfectly. Got some statues inside. I don't know where they're gonna find housing for 214 people, but I guess they did it somehow. You can see where it cuts off. It goes from that to that. Pretty insane. This looks like some sort of mall, I'd assume. If I go down this, oh, okay. Oh, we got a little plaza here. Still looks so nice. A little shrine here. All of this looks so good. If we go over here, even this stuff looks maybe a bit more dull, but it still looks so good. If we go inside here, we got a little public bathing area, I'd assume. We've got the Vatican over here, so we're gonna stay in this area. So let's head back to the main area. We've got this little archway here, which again, I cannot stress enough how all of this looks good. Like I'm having trouble sharing my thoughts on all of this because it all looks just good. I mean, it looks the same, and it's all at the same level of how good it looks. Oh, dude, they even use like a little armor stand to put that here to make it look like it's on the ground. This has so much thought put into it. It's amazing. This looks like a museum for sure. Yeah, they've got a bunch of little historic artifacts going on in here. French Civil War. They've got some shields from that. There's a lot going on here. It's not the biggest museum I've ever seen, but it's definitely a good one. Let me see if this stuff over here is still in the town of Rome, because this also looks good. Yeah, all of this stuff is still in Rome. Oh, they've got a little hill that goes down here, so this looks like it's probably gonna end up being housing. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be here. We've got this thing. They built it sideways. I really respect someone who isn't afraid to build something going sideways, because even though it doesn't like obey the plot like given to them, and you can have a lot of trouble doing it, but it does turn out looking so good. Oh, this looks like some sort of Colosseum. I'm excited for this. Oh, it is the Colosseum, so it says it's the Colosseum, but it isn't letting us in. Oh yeah, we found a way in. Okay, this looks so good. I mean, this looks great. Yeah, I mean, you can't lie about that. They got this castle thing up here. My goodness, that's got to be one of the better towns I've ever seen on EarthMC. I don't want to go to the next town because this looks so good. All right, the next town we are at is Tartu. That's the capital of Estonia. So I've never been here before, so I'm super excited to look around. It has 163 residents, and it's the biggest town by chunks out of any of the ones we've toured so far. So hopefully there's a lot to look at. Got this little marketplace here. There's gonna be shops, I would assume, all over. Marketplace is looking very nice and European, but let's see if there's something going on outside the marketplace. I would assume this is a bit more in progress, and it's not going to be at the same level as the other nations and all the towns we toured, but I'm looking at the Dine map. So obviously we have residential here, which is a first. The other two ones that we toured, I didn't see really any residential, so that's nice to see. But the other thing I wanted to look at is in the harbor, they have built a ton of like ships and stuff, so I'm really excited to see how that looks. So first of all, for the residential, I actually really like the look that they went for, because they just kind of like put the same thing down over and over again. They just pasted the same house, which I really respect. They got this castle here. This is where the town spawn is, so the town members are going to spawn inside of this, and then they're going to walk outside into the zone where they're going to get their houses. I really like that, but I want to go look out at the ships that I see on the Dine map, but I'm not seeing in-game. Did someone get rid of the ships? Dude, that's crazy. The ships are gone. Well, that's actually pretty sad. The harbor has been obliterated. I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully no active war going on here. We have what looks like a church right there, so we can go check that out. Head inside, see what there's to see. Oof. Being torn apart at the moment. That's not looking too good. Hopefully it wasn't ransacked and they're just like replacing it with something. This is the Lithuanian flag, if I'm not mistaken. In the middle of Estonia. There's some funny business going on in this northern part of the city. Donation box. Oh, dude. I'll donate something to him. You're welcome. All right, we've got some more housing over here. I would say I probably like this housing a little bit more, but I don't know how it would look with a ton of stuff going on, like with that just being pasted over and over again. What they have at residential right now is pretty good. Oh, here's a ship out in the harbor. Oh my goodness. Dude, this is like a whole video in itself. Now, the main problem I'm seeing is how in the world do I get onto it? I'm hoping there'll be like a ladder somewhere. So if we jump out onto here, yeah, we can't make that jump. So at the moment, I'm not seeing anywhere that I can get onto it without block glitching. Well, if they don't want people on the ship, then they don't want people on the ship. I'll respect their military. I'll try and get back here in a future video, because that looks so good. But there's something going on in this northern area that I'm very interested in. Seems like there's some history behind this, so if anyone knows what's going on, don't be afraid to comment down below, because I am interested to see. We got some nice farming fields going on over here, and that's just about all I can see in the town so far, so we're gonna move on to our next spot and final town. So I'm not 100% sure if there's something going on in this town, but I'm making my way to Banana, Israel right now. They've got 109 residents, but I'm not sure if there's like really a lot being built. It doesn't look like it on the map, but maybe when we get there it'll be a little bit more updated, since I know the map is very far behind. Oh man, Well, we've made our way into Banana. I'm pretty sure you can see where the border is between Banana and the city next to Banana. Not a great start for this place in the northern side of it. Seems like there's a bit going on at the town spawn. Have they built a wall around it? There's a hole in the wall, so we're not gonna have to worry about that, but I'm not sure what this is. Into Banana, and oh, no. That is not a build anybody can make, unless it is like specifically a factory and it goes along with like a bigger building that makes it look nicer. You can't build that. So they have this like kind of sandstone type thing going on, and I know what's going on here. I know why they have 109 residents and like not a lot going on. Basically, just when you're a good recruiter, even if you don't have a good town, that's not what matters. What matters is that you can recruit people. And even better, I know exactly what they're doing right here. So they don't have enough residential for 109 people. So probably what they do is they'll give a house to new people that they recruit, and then they'll wait like a couple days for them while they're offline, and then they'll just replace their houses with new people. I know, because I used to do it. I feel like every recruiter does that. Now down here looks a little bit better, but again, it's not perfect. First Church of Banana. Let's head down here, see what's going on. Okay, so they're in the underground. Maybe no freedom of religion going on in this town, so they're gonna have to like hide underground to be able to go to church. I'm incredibly confused by this town, but whatever it is, I don't want much to do with it. This is not the nicest looking thing I've ever seen in my life, but there's nothing you can do. When you recruit people, you recruit people. Found your way into a Beaverman video, so you can't be that bad. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. So thank you all very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. As I said at the start of the video, I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, so anything helps. Thank you all very much for watching. Gosh, I hope you enjoyed it. Toothbrush.